So we're very lucky to have a convenient friend then. I've talked with warriors here. I'll be honest with you. Half want to go north and find out what happened to Blodsbalker. Some think we should go to Grofheim instead. None of them are happy you're here. What do you think? If I had it my way, I'd stay here and let the dredge come. But you made this a problem, didn't you? We can't feed this many people for long, even if they don't eat much. This is a varl town. Most of us take care of ourselves. You've got women, children. We could pitch in, make this place livable. It doesn't work like that. These varl are here to get away from civilization, not make one. It's Krumer's call. It won't be long before the dredge are here too. No, it won't. If there's one thing we should do, it's tell Jorundur what's going on. Who's Jorundur? Varl King. Well, as close as we have. Ingvar. Where'd you find these people? Stay here and rest, but once yours are ready to go, we do. I'm going to see off those who want to head north. But I'll join you to Grofheim, so we're definitely heading exactly there. So our goal is to meet with this other characters. Well, it's not our goal to meet them, but it's our goal to go to the same place. But we know that place is completely doomed. So much for that. More travel? No. We've already come so far. Stop pouting, girlie. Even if Jorundur won't listen to a tired old varl like me, I have a feeling they'll pay attention to your friend Ingvar here. They'll listen to Ivor. Ah, he hasn't told you. Of course he hasn't. Do what you need to, but don't be long. He has got history. He might even be royalty of some kind. Krumer, can you spare a moment? Mostly no, but I'll try. I never had a moment to thank you for your hospitality. Consider it done, then. So who is Ingvar? Ha! I'm not surprised he never told you. I'm just surprised he can stand being around anyone at all. Your friend was one of us long ago, I mean, the dredge-bashing type. He was called Ingvar then. And if you want to know why he changed his name, best ask him yourself. I'm too old to peddle in gossip. How did you get all these varl to follow you? Respect, young one. After the Second Great War, wasn't much for me left to do, so I started training other varl to fight. Got tired of that, made a place in Wyrmtoe. They still come calling, even with no wars to speak of. Seems like that might be changing though, don't it? I bet you have some incredible stories. I might. Or, I could be the most boring varl you've ever met. Depends on how much you like killing dredge. Ask me again someday. Might tell you about the time we filled the dead yaks with whale teeth. What? And why? Any wisdom on fighting dredge? Depends on how much you know. They're all armor. Tap 'em hard enough though and it'll shatter. Line up a whole row of slag and they'll explode on each other all the way down. You get a big brawl, half your time is spent setting them up for it. And if you see one bang his axe like a tuning fork, try to kill him quick. Sometimes the slag he's calling won't even show up. That's exactly what I was doing immediately when I realized that they could summon people at all. Best leave you to your business. I suppose you should. Take care, friend of Ingvar. Well, at least we're meeting new people. I have 2 days of supplies. Fuck. It's very bad, and we have no more renown than we had before we left. And we're supposed to rest. God damn, we need supplies desperately. Resting even seems like a bad idea. We're like halfway there, right? Yep, there's Grofheim way out there. The two spears. Our other group met up on this side of the mountain, as far as I could tell. It looked like we were on opposite sides of the mountains. Or like, it looked like the other group was on the ridge over there. From the overhang dramatic camera angle we got. Are we gonna meet on opposite sides of two spears like freaking Broken Age? An unusual gap in the Varl's Marge Mountains that looked like two great spears at a gate. For decades, it became a bloody corridor between the Varl forces and the dredge to the north until the second Varl king, Arnfinnr, endeavored to build a sprawling fortress here, which would eventually become Grofheim, the Varl capital. Out in the Varl's March. A fitting name for the Varl mountain, the Varl's March. What's this one called? What's this vertical one called? Oh, the Wormscale Mountains. There it is. The long part right in the middle. Oh yeah. So if we take the entire duration of the entire story of the journey from Skogar to Grofheim, we're halfway there right now. I don't know if we're gonna be lucky enough to have a skip forward for these characters though. We could be in trouble. Ultimately, I think I just have to leave though, right? I can't even afford anything here. Hey, look, this thing's here again. 2 armor per turn. You can actually buy another one apparently. Plus 2 armor on rest, plus 3 will on rest. Interesting. But I can afford 0 things. And I could spam a bunch of renown to get some supplies. I might have to do that, honestly. 6 days worth of supplies. I currently have nothing. That's what we gotta do. I don't know if I can even take a resting right now. I think we just have to leave. Grofheim's quite a few days out, says Krumer, but nothing's worse than crossing the wastes. I imagine if there's anything you might be, if there's anything you might be safe from dredge, it's there. You steel yourself for another long march, and half the town of Wyrmtoe joins you. Oh yeah, we did not get much supplies. We got 3 days out of that, and even more soldiers. So buying some I think was the right call. Morale's completely screwed for this group. I feel like I have to basically rely on events happening to get any better off, really. Some clansmen have discovered a large patch of wild fruit. When you approach, you see some people have begun to sample them. A mother frets about whether they're safe after overhearing one of the children say it tastes funny. Yeah, but what does a child know about what tastes good for fruit anyway? Others start gathering by the basketful. Crap. Let's see. Oh, that's a great idea. If we offer one if we offer a piece to one of the animals in the caravan, that could help tell us, like if they refuse to eat it, that might tell us that something's wrong with the food. It might be the best chance I can get. Lacking a poison taster, you hold out fruit to a goat. The beast sniffs it before eating the entire fruit, only the pit falls to the ground as the goat licks its mouth and leans forward towards your hand, wanting more. I think I'm going to take that as the best chance that this fruit's hopefully good. That's the best chance I have, is like animal instinct of whether or not they'll eat it, but honestly, who knows? But we have no supplies and we're desperate. Gather as much as you can. Many clansmen follow your lead while others continue eating and collecting. Later that day, a few fruit-stained peasants stumble around with drunken grins. Apparently the fruit was fermented, not poisonous. Hey! That could be worse things, right? 5 supplies. That had, like, no impact at all on my number of days of supplies, did it? Oh well, at least it wasn't poisonous. Also, we have a drunk goat now. That's fun. Day 77, damn. You notice most of the Varl pacing while others sleep. Their brief conversations with each other and other clansmen grow shorter and sharper. Go away, roars one Varl at a young girl, asking him too many questions. All the clansmen stop and stare. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, no one's really in the wrong, they're just being snippy with each other. Just try to break the tension with a joke? I kind of just want to hear what the joke's going to be, honestly. I think you just ruined her dream of marrying a Varl boy, you said, timing your smile just right. The giant grins and throws back his head with a booming laughter. Other varl join in the mirth, and the caravan feels a bit uplifted for it. The giant explains, "We live in the north for its space. Endless miles of snow, ice, mountains, field, space to be alone. But here there is no time for such things." Understanding slowly trickles through the caravan, relieving some of the tension. Yeah, leave him alone, girl. Come on. That was probably an appropriately chosen joke. It's almost as if ex-BioWare employees might have, like, riders or something. You haven't seen Alette for much of the day. When you do find her, she's returning to camp alone from a fair distance away, looking rather sullen. She keeps her eyes on the ground as you approach. Ask her what's going on. "I feel like things are changing so quickly," she eventually confides. "It's not just that. Everything is going so wrong. I've been talking to Ekel a lot." This gets your attention. "What has he been telling you?" "He told me how he and Onef are kin. Ekel had a sister who married Onef, but she died a long time ago. They've been bound since, but then Onef left without him. Just left him behind without a word. That's why he came after us." That's some interesting background. Maybe Onef is less trustworthy than it initially seemed. I mean, really the only reason we have any reason to trust him is because he showed us supplies, but the only reason he showed supplies was to help his own survivability, so there's not really much to go on there. We just know that he's maybe a little bit resourceful for his own benefit. So if he was abandoning Ekel, even though they're family, then I don't know, maybe Onef's not trustworthy. We could try to confirm the story. Eventually you find Onef back at camp and relate the story. "Is that what Ekel told you?" replies Onef. Then he sighs. "It's true about his sister. She died of a fever when we were just married. Surprised he opened up like that. So I left him in a Frostweller," he continues. "He'd be fine one day, ready to kill his own men the next. Sometimes he would. I'd make the same decision tomorrow." Why would we confront Ekel here just for them talking to each other? They can talk all they want. I'm gonna drop the issue. You feel certain Alette got the message. Instead of stirring up more trouble, you decide to let the issue drop and a tighter watch on Ekel. There's such a big emphasis on suspicion on Ekel that I'm kind of starting to think that it's some kind of red herring, really. They're just really heavily emphasizing the idea that we should be worried about him. Hey. Is this a whale godstone? Is that a whale or a ship? Or both? Could be both. Are people praying here too? The godstone of Merrick looms into view. Upon it, carved a great ocean beast. Jagged stones jut out of the snow like shark fins. It's hard to imagine Nordfelling Waste being filled with water at one time, but the godstone stands as a reminder of the vast lake it used to look across, so we're rising out of the lake now. "A blessing," shouts one of the men in your caravan, holding up what looks like a silver coin. "It's a fish scale," he says, pointing out the rainbow pattern that shows in the sunlight. Soon, a curious child has found another hiding in the snow, and then a third is discovered. "Perhaps they'll bring us luck," you overhear, and before long the caravan has become obsessed with gathering the shining scales. Let's see. We should probably split the difference here. It's good to let some morale rise by letting them feel blessed by something, but we're really low on supplies, so if I let them take their time, they might take all day. So cut them off after a reasonable amount of time. When you awake to find people still searching through snow and shrubs, you call it off. "We can't spend another day here," you tell them. "Be glad for the luck you found, and let's go before it runs out." They fret and moan, but eventually you get them back on the trail. No, morale dropped. Well, I guess it should have just gone right away if it didn't amount to any help. Interesting. When we're on this kind of screen, the time of day doesn't move on the dial like it does right now. It's actually frozen during those little events. Let's go ahead and refer to where we are. So how far was that god? That godstone wasn't any far away. Well, it looks like we're right on the rim of the mountain range. That's gotta be worth something, right? Maybe. Oh. Oddleaf calls you over, grinning. A row of women holding bows of differing age and experience line up before a row of trees in the distance. They fire, doing an impressive job of hitting the trunks. I think they're ready to fill some dredge with feathers. One woman still hasn't shot her arrow. She stands perfectly still, the others watch. Just as the winds shift, she lets go, and her arrow flies not into one of the trees, but a snow rabbit that has scurried out from underneath. "Dinner," she says, smiling. A group of men from the caravan approach. Listen here, says one. Practice all you want, my wife isn't fighting dredge. The other men agree in chorus. We don't want to see a battlefield full of dead wives and daughters. Ah, man. We need warriors, though, guys. We desperately need warriors, because we're being invaded by an army of monsters. And they're not going to spare your wives. Here's the breakdown, dude. They can either fight and maybe die, or not fight, increasing the chances of us all losing, and then they die, but also don't defend themselves. Every wife that fights increases the survival chance of the other wives, basically. I'm gonna stand by the women becoming fighters. The men argue their point, but eventually relent. Thanks, says Oddleaf. To be honest, it was harder than I expected, but the more people who can hold their own, the better. The women return to camp, not just as clansmen, but as fighters. Plus 25. Bam. Minus 35 clansmen. Yep. Wait, plus 25 minus 35. How'd that work? How'd we lose 10? What happened to the middle 10? Ahead, you find what appears to be a good number of peasants surrounded by brigands. One of the armed men looks over his shoulder and he says, Gods be damned. This is all I need. Listen, don't interfere, and one of these supply wagons is yours. That's fucked up. While remaining silent, the peasants plead with you with their eyes. What's going on here? Nothing concerning you, he replies. And before you start telling me otherwise, these are my clansmen. Thought they could run off with every scrap of food in the village. Now, all I want is you to move on, so take your share or don't. Ah, crap. So they're people... It's a rough call, basically. In this situation, if they are as clansmen, then they're deserters. And on one hand, there's the element of like just letting people do what they want, but on the other hand, if they're robbing you of your supplies, that's where you kind of where you have to clamp down. Huh. At some point, we need supplies, and interfering with other people's things... Honestly, being passive is probably better off at this point. We just need to survive, and we need to have supplies to fight off the dredge. I'm just gonna take the supplies and leave. You nod, and a few of your men take hold of the supply wagon, bringing it into the caravan. Other clansmen take a bit of coaxing. They eventually turn their backs on the scene and move on, but in lower spirits. Yay! We get it to feel even more negative now. Not that... I don't know if we can even get lower morale at this point. Things are pretty screwed. So we're now making our way down the mountains. You hear a whistle on the wind and spot a long line of varl up ahead, heading towards you. Behind them is a swarm of dredge and a trail of bodies, leading off into the distance. Get down here, barks Krumer. Seems like it might be time to put those new archers to the test. I think we're gonna get our first war action with this crew, basically. Whoa, hello. There's a recognizable face. It's Fasult. Don't let them spread out, shouts the lead varl as you approach the battleground. Soon you almost regret finding yourself fighting alongside them, facing off against a daunting number of dredge. Oh, there we go. That's actually not very many, though. Wait. Right. I have to pay attention to the fact that we have big numbers, but there are big numbers just clansmen. So we do have a number advantage, though. Even though the 400 of our characters are not useful, we have more fighters than they do, and we have a 62 varl to cap things off. So being aggressive, I think, still helps here. Let's charge and see how it goes, huh? Alright. Yeah, there's Fasult. And Krumer, and Ekkel. Okay, now we have way too many freaking characters for this crew. Well, Fasult's pre-leveled up. Aww. Makes me wish I had leveled him up previously. The fact that he's already up... we need 10 to level him up, and he's already ready for it. Kind of a bummer. Oops, sorry, I meant to cancel out. I'll probably keep using him, he seems handy. What? Sorry, the menu seemed to get stuck there. He's so armored. Is Ivor? Ivor's a strong arm. What is Krumer exactly? Forge Ahead is new, isn't it? Command adjacent allies. The war leader uses his experience in battle to issue commands to allies, forcing them, moving them next in line in initiative. By repositioning his allies' turn order, the war leader can create new strategies, such as giving archers guerrilla tactics, triggering abilities earlier than usual, or slingshotting a powerful ally to the back lines. Huh. That's a little harder to figure out exactly what some of that means. He does have a strength cap of 17, which is scary. 15. Oops. 13. Oh yeah. He probably has the biggest strength cap of the entire party. So that alone makes him pretty interesting. So that could lead to him being a devastating character to have in the party, in a way that literally no one else can even compete with. Ivor's the closest one, of course. But even he is a bit of a tanky character, where Krumer does... Yeah, Krumer has a low cap on shield. Could be a good call. Let's pull everyone out. I'll figure out who I definitely want to include. I feel like Rook and Alette are important. They're like the main characters of the campaign, so I feel like I want to keep them around. And keeping an archer is generally probably advised. I do like Trigvi quite a bit. So do I run with this crew, basically? Keeping Fasult seems reasonable, because he's a character that's in both campaigns. If he's a reoccurring character like that, he's probably going to be pretty helpful. See, my items are level 3, 4, and 5. Gulen Fury. 15% chance of doing double strength damage. Damn. Just need to actually have somebody that's that level. See, Rook is supposed to go last. Yeah, humans should probably go last in general, but especially Rook because of what he does. What if Rook could get a bunch of freaking varl to all attack at once? This seems like the way to go. Krumer should be the last of the varl, because he's never going to be very tanky, but he could do a lot of damage in the long run, and I want to get him leveled up for that. Assuming he doesn't just die horribly 2 minutes from now. Alright. Good luck, everybody. Was not expecting our two campaigns to cross so early. We're definitely... We have not arrived at Grofheim at all. And just like that, freaking Fasult just shows up from the other campaign. Mr. Spiky rolling pin character. Alright, we are outnumbered. That's 8 opponents. There's 1 slinger, so only 1 ranged character. Dredge Scourge. He's a summoner. Oh crap, these are some tough enemies. They're all high damage, high armor characters. We could be in some trouble here. 21 armor. Jeez, that's a new one. Stone Guard Colossus. I feel like we're in trouble here, honestly. I feel less equipped for this kind of fight. So he has a knockdown. Ooh. Oh wait, no, yeah, Splinter's normal, never mind. Yeah, 2 characters to try to summon. None of that's good news. The best news about the Colossus is at least he's not a high damage character. He's just a high armor character, but he's right next to a super high damage character, so whatever good that is for us. Damn it. I feel like one of our best options is just to try to take out some of the characters down here before they get a chance. Who has the biggest armor break? Fasold does. Maybe that is the best call then. Maybe I go for those guys before they get a chance to become a big problem. That might be the best I have, honestly. It's just to go after the toughest guys first, as quickly as possible, and hope for the best. Maybe. Ah. I'm sure it'll be fine. What could go wrong? We're all dead now at the end. Good fight. Oh, Fasolt only has 2 out of 4? That's rough. He starts out low on will. Alright, well I don't want to wait for them to come to us, because if the further we go right, the longer these guys have to walk before they reach us, which is probably the best case scenario. Can't do a lot of strength damage, so I'll take a chunk out of his armor. Yep, there's the big scary guy. I can't even reach anybody from here. Gonna have to accept that. Here they come. Forge ahead. I'm wondering if I make him next, he could put a chunk out of that guy's armor and we can do a lot of damage to him soon, hopefully. Let's try that. Let's see if this works the way I want it to. Yep, they're putting dents in me. Malice. That's the one that forces people to attack me, right? That's not necessarily what I'm going for, but I can put a big chunk out of this guy's armor. And then hopefully we'll be able to get rid of a bunch of his health soon. Oh. Mostly hurting your own guy there. Look at him with his 1 armor. Wow, we could actually one-shot him right now. Which I don't necessarily want to do, but getting rid of a whole 10 health character really quickly doesn't hurt. I mean, it hurts someone, but you know what I mean. I'm not going to be able to reach anybody else from here. Yeah? I think I'll go for it. Letting him live seems dumb. Because he's just going to come after us in that case. Hey, cut it out. I need that armor where it is. See, I could try to counter snipe a little bit, but that would put her in range of being attacked by all sorts of folk I don't want her being attacked by. Ooh, I can get in range of this guy. That's probably a good call. Let's work on this dude. Now he's down to 4 armor. We get our tough guy in there for 1 good hit, and he can probably do a lot of damage really quickly. Ooh, or I can. He's the toughest opponent as far as health goes, so if I can take out a whole chunk of it right now, we avoid him doing major damage. Yeah, we just got rid of the scariest opponent as far as strength goes. Ow. Oh yeah, look at this. This is great. Bam. I was all worried about him, and now he's got 10. He's got 1 strength. That's fantastic. Now we gotta work on this big old pile of armor. Hey. Come on. I like Ivor when he has armor on him still. Stop taking it all away from me. Can I position myself so I can hit both? I don't think I can, unfortunately. Alright. So let's go right here. It leaves room potentially for a rook to incite a group attack. Nope. He's coming back. Oh, jeez. Yeah, he still has the damage in him. Alright. Let's go at... Oh, crap, that's a let. No! I've made a terrible mistake. Oh no. The only person I can attack is the one... Damn it! Thread the needle. I can thread the needle in this direction though, right? That still works? Let's see, hit all units between the archer and target in a straight line, +1 armor damage. I'll go for it. The alternative is to stand here. There we go. Yeah, that was a mistake. I somehow convinced myself way too fast that I was playing as Rook. That was not the case. Let's do a group attack on this guy now. Oh no. Cancel that. Do I not have... Yeah, cancel, cancel. Cancel, there we go. Oh, I have no will. Ploop. Everyone hit this guy, real hard. Come on. Not the most dangerous thing in the world, but it did some sort of trick at least. This is the next obvious target. There we go. I was really worried at first, and stuff could still go wrong, but the scales have been altered significantly. Unfortunately, I made it hard for myself to attack that guy. Let's see, I have exertion of 1, so I could do 4 damage to this guy, which is still not amazing. But the alternative of standing around is not ideal. I could command somebody, because I do have 1 will. Go chase that guy, or go after this dude. See, this guy has a strength of 10. Maybe I should just forge him ahead. Let these characters keep walking towards us over time. Yeah, moving a light was an all-around mistake, because I should have been going for my attack there. Oh no, he's gonna try to summon. Damn it. When's his next turn? When is his oh wow, his next turn isn't even on the list. Let's see. I can only do 1 damage. It's not really worth it, is it? I should just finish this guy off before he summons somebody. Well, that could have been more eventful. Trick V. Yeah, let's keep messing with this guy. Although if I take a step forward, he can't hit me directly. That's nice. Dude still has armor. Alright, it's a let's turn. Not a lot of need to attack these characters. Let's just step away a little bit. He's not going to take damage ever, is he? I feel like at this point I need to try. Because we are not doing a lot of, he's just not becoming that vulnerable. Oh, there we go. Rook can do... I could add some exertion to that. That's 4 damage. There we go, now he's down to 4 strength. That's significantly better off. Hey, cut out that... that's, yeah, 1 armor damage isn't that big of a deal. That could have gone worse. 4 damage over there. For Ivor is not too bad. I don't have any horns to grab. Yeah, let's start focusing on new targets. I unfortunately don't have any will to apply to him to make him exert himself to... Oh god. I saw that 11 pop up and I was worried. For good reason. Alright, things are not looking great at the moment. I don't have the exertion needed to get around to there, and I think that they moved in a way that was planned around that. It's not ideal. I'm gonna head up behind here. Oh, he's gonna reach me though, isn't he? Oh yeah. That's not great. 3, 4... I can take a chunk out of this guy at least. And there goes Ivor. More or less to be expected, but things are kind of a mess right now. I really clogged up the works here where people can't reach opponents to fight. Let's see. 1 damage is all I can do there, huh? Might as well try. It's at least less, and it pushes him away a little bit because he retreats automatically. That hurts. Alright, 3 there, 3 there, yeah, 4 there. Getting down here at least gets me an attack range for some of these guys. Looks like the sling is next. Can't do anything about him. There's at least a few people I can hit, though. I have no will to spend? Nope. This is the most damage I can do to anybody without killing somebody that's already weak. There we go. Alright, big guy, what can you do to these guys? Not a lot, huh? Shit. Alright, we're getting in an increasingly bad situation, as it turns out. 4... There's a few kill opportunities, but that's about it. Take a chunk out of this dude. There we go. If we surround ourselves with enough weak units, they can't hit us. Nope, they're gonna hit me. Wow. Yeah, that's a problem. That is a problem, as it turns out. And they're freaking caging me in so I can't move past units. Which is obnoxious. Gonna have to take that for now. They still have 2 strong units on the board, which is pretty bad for us. I have to disable flex just to see what's going on again. I'm playing as Trigby? Oh yeah, I could barely see him. Let's see, can I do some armor damage at the very least? A little bit. Damn. Yeah, I'm missing my army of Varl right about now. Aha! Let's try to reduce their strength. Yep. Things are looking pretty bad right about now. But hey, 2 people can target this guy. But I don't have a will though, so I can't mark prey. We started this fight with a reduced will, which really messed with things a bit. At this point, I want to plick away at this guy's attack a bit. 'Cause he's dangerous. But I'm definitely limited here. Oh. Well, this is hurting his own guy more, technically. It's the best I can hope for. Now we're doing some armor damage. There we go. That'll hopefully increase our chances a bit. Trigby. So we can still only do a little bit of strength damage. Hopefully I can get him below a threshold before he one-shots everybody. Oh. There goes Trigby. Hey, Alette can do damage. That's how low his armor's gotten, at least. There we go. We might be able to turn this around still. Yeah, he's still got 8. That's bad, too. There we go. He's a 4. Enemies have 1, 4, 3... That 8 is me, that 10 is me, that 8 is me. We're winning the number battle. That 9 is our next target to remove incoming attackers. Ooh. I can get in here, too. Now he's a 3. Time for a sigh of relief, huh? That is such a significant change to the current stakes of the situation. Let's take out the 4 over here before it gets an action. There we go. We made it. Now we just need to clear them out. God damn, that was scary for a bit there. We were in trouble. Let's go after some 3s here. Fasolt, we missed you. Hey, cut it out. is the next high strength character. Now there are a 2, and a 1. Everyone gets kills. Everyone gets kill credit. Congratulations. Oh, you can't target him because he's next door to you. Alright, go for that guy. Hey. Cut it out. Got me down to 0 strength. Or 0 armor. Unfortunately for you guys. Oh wow, the slinger guy's the last one left, huh? Alright. I will take all of the will. Plume, 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 plume. Oh wait, did I not get it all? I only got a couple of it? Or did I miscount? It doesn't matter. Pew! Oh. That was my mistake. For some reason I thought I was going to one-shot him and I did not check the number in advance. Which is a total mistake. Either way, this fight's over. He just gets to do a little bit of damage, but it's not going to be... It doesn't have long-term effects because I'm not going to get downed. Wow. That's a low deflection chance that happened. Wow, that's an even lower deflection chance that just happened. Come on, they can't just deflect forever. Come on. There we go. If that happened 3 times in a row, I might have lost my mind a little bit. You take a moment to survey the battlefield. The enemy is being pushed back all the way down the line. No, we're not going to keep pushing. Half our team's dead. Pull back before they regroup. The dredge give you wide berth and scatter into the distance. We lost 30 people. That's rough. And we have 3 injuries. Come on, Renown. Yay, that's kind of some, but still pretty rough. The game's very stingy with its experience. Isn't this a damn curiosity? This is the 2nd time I've been sent to find a varl who is heading my direction with humans in tow. What are the dredge doing up here? Gods, does anyone know what's going on around here? They leveled Grofheim to the ground. We've been losing ground for days. Jorunder's in Einarntoft now. They sent me to gather Krumr and the rest of the Wyrmtoe when we ran across this bunch of slag. And there's a lot more where they came from. Is this all the varl you've got, Krumr? What have you been doing, eating each other? Many went to Blotsbulker. Are you telling me Grofheim is completely gone? And Wagner's dead, slag on our heels. The varl you sent off north are probably dead. The world's ending, come on, this is old news. We're gathering in Einarntoft. I keep pausing before that word because I'm like, what is that? That's where we need to go right now. Wait. Basalt takes a long moment to look out over the caravan of men, women, and children behind you. Not them. We just saved your ass. Little one, you have no idea how many slag I've butchered these last few weeks. I don't get in fights I can't win. That includes men who invite themselves to Einarntoft. Damn it, Basalt. Who cares about that? What in the depths happened at Grofheim? Before Basalt can reply, a low rumble grabs your attention, growing louder by the moment. I'm thinking it's time to run. Oh, sounds like we're doing that. Even though it's beyond sight, all eyes turn in Grofheim's direction as the rumbling becomes deafening, transforming quickly into cracking and splintering. It's coming closer. Go! Shouts Basalt, taking off towards Einarntoft. Don't stop until you reach Hborg. Oh, wow. Ho 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 ho. An entire mountain range is collapsing in the background and there's... Is that a serpent? A snake? A dragon even? It's turning out to be a real bad time to be mortal humanoids on this planet. we arrived, or is this something else? After 3 terrifying days of tremors, you reach the godstone of Hborg, which is teeming with varl who want to know what is happening. Others busily mend makeshift defenses set up around the godstone of Hborg, creator of the varl. Hold up, pants Vesolt between long gasps of air. We're going to have to talk. You're still standing, well, most of you. Rest up and then move on. A mountain just sank into the earth, and something is out there. You're just going to send us away. I don't know who you are, but you're not going to Einartoft. There's a couple hundred varl here who will back that up. Where are we supposed to go? Back the way we came? We're stuck between 2 mountain ranges. In one direction, a few thousand varl, in the other, an army of dredge and whatever caused that quake. Einartoft is a varl city. This shouldn't be news to a varl. Give it a rest, Vesolt. Don't you recognize who you're talking to? Surprise suddenly flashes across Vesolt's face. The other varl are starting to come closer now. You'll hear Ingvar being whispered between them. I think this might be the one person you want to let into Einartoft. You're... The humans come with me, all of them. Vesolt glances between Ivor and Krumer before stalking away, pushing past the mob of curious onlookers. Ivor, who are you? Some other time, Rook. You spend the rest of the day recovering. Varl come and go in packs, and most of the chatter is about the quake that just sank the mountains into the earth, or the dredge that are still on their way. You hear rumors that a massive chasm opened where the earth split. Let's inspect the godstone. The little you know about Hborg is that he was a disciple of the Loom Mother, and learned to create under her guidance. He created a few beasts, but soon became bored with simple animals, and began combining man with beast, ending up with varl. That's the myth anyway. One thing is certain, each varl alive today was created at Hborg, and now the god is dead. The varl here now are the last ones that will ever exist. A profound sadness washes over you. Krumer's already there. It is good to pay respects, he says, and you both stand there in silence. Give this to Ingvar, he says, turning to leave. It was once his, and that stubborn ass refuses to take it back. Krumer hands you a massive studded belt. Ooh, an item. Suddenly, there's a lot of activity. Word comes from below to retreat to the next village over, and you soon see why. A black shadow is sweeping down the valley from the direction of Grovheim, where the quake, or whatever caused it, has obliterated the mountainside. On closer inspection, it's a veritable ocean of dredge, more than you imagined possible. In their midst, a towering giant of a dredge, blood red from head to toe. You gather your things in short order and join a good many varl, leaving the godstone behind. Well, we're all truly screwed now, aren't we? So on top of having an impossibly massive army, they have like a super dredge. Or, you know, if I was going to be cynical about this, because it's from BioWare developer, ex-BioWare employees, an archdemon, perhaps? There's nothing... You gotta admit there's some similarities from property to property that they work on. Alright. Farthing's Fjord. That'll be handy.